this is the quicksand. That's not quicksand. Something I've never ran across in this part of the world. Welcome to Neguac, home of this very huge oyster and this very big church. Let's go check out the bay.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down. Cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise. If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving, girl, you best believe in me behind. Cause I'm over easy tonight. State the truth, spit it out, I'm waiting. Don't leave me contemplating my own life. Save the bullshit for another man or lover. Don't need a 4-leaf clover to decide. Cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener.
Not gonna lie, it's been a bit of a struggle so far. I'm at the end of the Malpec Road, which is an access point to Neguac Bay, beyond Neguac. Trying to get down along shore to get out to the dune. There's an offshore wind that keeps pushing me into the shore. Just enough to splash around, get camera equipment wet, and it's salt water, so put everything away. Gonna try and make some time to get to a little bit sheltered area, which I don't know if I'll get to until I get out to the dune. But I gotta get a bit offshore, so I'm not pushed up against shore, and it's very shallow too. So, welcome to Neguac and welcome to Neguac Bay. Out to the point, it's about 250 meters across to the sand dune. Oh, there's a jellyfish. Once I'm at the sand dune, it's about a 10-kilometer sand dune back towards Neguac. And it's actually that's the first of the dunes that form the barrier, kind of the barrier dunes to Miramichi Bay.
If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving, girl, you best believe in me behind. Cause I'm over easy tonight. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
A little bit more of a struggle than I'm used to, but other than that, it's a beautiful day out here. This would be even just a nice place to take a walk on the beach. You got to cross a little stream, but once you waded through the stream, it'd be a beautiful beach walk right to this point. I miss the salt water. I can hear in the distance, not far from a peat moss plant. I think it's a partially protected dune, if I'm not mistaken. It is the thickest dune, I think, on the eastern seaboard, or at least Atlantic Canada. There's some spots where it's like 500 meters, so half a kilometer wide, which is unique for a dune. They're usually a lot narrower than that. But I just want to see what's out here. Like, this is all peat moss cliffs. I'll show you these here. Weirdest thing, I pulled in the shore where it's a little bit calm. I might fly the drone because it's a really cool landscape, but just a short, shallow, probably about a 6-foot depth of peat moss. But the whole shore is just seaweed covered, but I think it's all peat moss underneath. No sand, no dirt. If I stick the paddle in, it goes down about a foot. So, like, I don't know if you could even get a walk here. It's a really weird landscape. And the beach ends right there. It just becomes cliffs, so.
Changing and receiving, girl, you best believe in me behind.
is that now that I'm out in the peat land and there's these peat cliffs, I'm kind of stuck in the boat for a while. There's a lot of swallows. There must be cliff swallows in the peat, which is pretty cool. It's just the weirdest thing to look at the peat cliffs, because you can see all the sticks and the layers of just how it formed over time, probably millions of years. But there's like full sticks, like it's well preserved. First fishing boat I've seen. Oh, hi. I pulled in along these cliffs near the point, and there's quite a current. It must be emptying out this inner bay. The tide going out. There's quite a little current, but even more interestingly, when I was in by the cliffs, I'll try and get a shot of it, but you can see little mud shrimp swimming by, just paddling for all they're worth. But just wanted to take a closer look at these peat cliffs. Amazing. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see where the sticks are all in the different layers and all the trees that died long time ago and got buried. You can kind of pull right in underneath them. And there's little snails. Snails are the only thing, and cliff swallows kind of go up underneath there. They are not happy with me, but I'm going to get a close-up of this peat without losing my paddle. So you can see the many layers up above here. All the sticks that died. How old would they be to be buried by that much peat? Oh my god, it's unreal. Just like mud, spongy mud.
Throw it in my face, don't let these bones slow you down. 'Cause I'm coming up strong. Grass should have looked greener. I'm being a true believer in disguise. If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving, girl, you best believe me behind. 'Cause
I'm only about halfway across the bay. I'm already in too shallow water to move and pretty much beached. So it might be too shallow to go very far. Oh my god. Might have to do a walk. Wow. The whole bay must be just shallow sand. There's a guy behind me clam digging. You can see cottages in the distance, so I've just got to try and stay in water that is deep enough to float on. Yeah, I can't even get close to that beach. Now, once we get further down, maybe I'll drag the boat in. See, I think a lot of it's nature preserve. I don't want to bug the birds. Might be a tern colony, which are pretty cool. I'm just wondering how hard it's going to be to find enough water to keep making my way down along this island. Oh, and I hit again. Oh yeah, that's going to be challenging. Well, the good thing is it's good walking. It's just pure sand, not all seaweed and crabs. And one thing I've got to watch out for is the jellyfish. Good thing is it actually feels good to get out and walk for a bit. And there's enough water to drag the boat and it's floating, so it's not too bad dragging it. I'm not dragging it across sand. So it's a nice mix of paddle and hike.
Spit it out, I'm waiting. Don't leave me contemplating my own life. Save the bullshit for another man or lover. Don't need a 4-leaf clover to decide.
I'm trying to sneak up in blue here, and I was getting really close, but I couldn't stop the boat because as soon as I stopped paddling, the wind would just whip me right around backwards. So at some point I'm going to give up fighting the wind and just float back across the bay, call it a day, because it's exhausting. Beautiful spot, but I'm not done yet. Definitely not getting to the end of this dune. I barely made it a kilometer, it's a 10-kilometer dune. I'd like to get to these first set of cabins. I'd love to get out and actually walk across the dune somewhere, but I'm not even on the main dunes. Beautiful spot. I wish the wind would die down. Well, I was trying to cross over to the main island, and this is what I came across. If I can find it again. Oh God! Oh God! Sunk up to my knees. Lost my shoes. Had to dig around for my shoes up to my elbows. Oh God! Oh God! So that's how deep. That's how deep it is. Quicksand. If I didn't, I'd lose my shoes again. So this is the quicksand. That's not quicksand. Something I've never ran across in this part of the world. I had my big camera, tripod, lost my shoes in the quicksand, had to dig down and try and get them out because it filled in with sand just as quick as it could. Just even by the point, there's really soft sand here. Probably think about 6 inches, which is probably a good indicator, but something I've never seen before. But if anybody knows more about it, let me know. It is time to try and get back across this bay. You know, kayak's there. This is the Peat cliffs all down through here. I've got to go that way, and the wind's blowing that way. So at the very least, the wind is going to push me up against the Peat cliffs, and I'm going to have to fight my way back up the shore. But I'm going to try and angle it so I don't have to fight as much of the wind. But for a while, I've got to just walk out to get to the deep part to be able to put the boat in the water. It's been an interesting day, and I'm sure I'll have to pick a lot more snails out of my shoes on the way. Okay, let's see how straight we can go. You can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's kind of a long tube net. It's still shallow. I'm right out in the middle of it, and it's only 6 inches deep, if that. My drop skeg is stuck in because it's probably full of sand. My drop skeg wouldn't work because there's a snail stuck in it. Let's get on now. The wind's still with us. Keeps the flies off. It's a bit choppy out here in the middle of the channel, but kind of fun now they got the camera equipment covered up. As you can see, it's about 4 feet. Still shallow. Very splashy. Ooh, there's a big one. Wee, wee. Car's getting bigger. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, here we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Way too much fun. Oh my God, I'm getting soaked. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh God, oh God, oh God. Here we go. Woo! Woo! Whose idea was this anyways? Don't try this at home, kids.
Chasing like taking cotton candy from a child. Too many answers, but all we need is questions. You ain't giving this a chance to burn its light. 'Cause I'm coming up strong. Grass should've looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise. If deceiving. Girl, you best believe in me behind. Cause I'm over easy. I'm over easy. And I'm over easy tonight.
The beach at the end of Malpec Road is a very busy spot on a hot day. Very windy day. Very, very windy. One of the windier days we've had this year, and I decided to take a kayak out into a bay with it. Neguac's also the home of Île-aux-foins Park, which is a boardwalk, a beach. I think the hiking trails are still there, but I'm going to check that out. And a beautiful Acadian lighthouse.